Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of Dr. Retro's weekly game finds. At the moment you're watching this, my new video should be online as well. It's a retro review, and be sure to check that out, because I'd really love to hear what you think about it. So this week starts with some Sega stuff, some PlayStation stuff, and a Super Nintendo game. First up is Super Double Dragon for the NTSC Super Nintendo. I had this in my collection, but as you could have seen in the last video, I picked up a PAL copy, so now this one is up for grabs. Then some Game Gear stuff. I'm very unknowledgeable about Game Gear, but this set was so cheap and the games are in such good condition that I just couldn't pass on them. There are some cartridges here, but those are not anything special. Some loose manuals, but then the complete games, which are special. This is the Smurfs Around the World, or the Schtroumpfs Autour du Monde, which is the French name. And this is one of the last Game Gear games that got released, and it's in absolute mint condition, as you can see. And this is quite valuable, I found out. I didn't know that when I bought it. Same goes for Double Dragon, which is an extremely hard to find Game Gear game, and again it is in impeccable condition. Then Hook, Super Columns, and Tintin au Tibet, or Kuifje in Dutch, or Tintin in English, I think. And the Game Gear that came with it, nice mint in box, and I didn't have this one yet, so I'm thinking of keeping this. And one that came from my stock, but since I have a Game Gear now I'm going to keep it, Game Gear Sonic Spinball sealed. Then some PlayStation 1 and 2 stuff. First up is Echo Night Beyond, and this is a damn hard game to find in the multi-language version. There's a very common German version, but this is the multi-language, which has English as well. It's a horror game and you really don't see it often. Then Rogue Trip Vacation 2012, Spyro A Hero's Tale, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Pinball Hall of Fame, the Gottlieb collection. I like pinball games, so that's why I bought it for my collection. Ratchet & Clank Size Matters, and this is another Spyro game, or was this the same? No, it wasn't. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. So it's Saturday now, and to this far it's been a crazy weekend. I've got so much stuff in, it's pretty amazing, and I haven't even been to the flea markets yet, which will be tomorrow. So the first item that came in was the Game & Watch multi-screen Mario Bros. Complete. It has a little damage here. Not sure how I should fix that because the paper is loose. There's a bit of the front rolled up there. So this one is complete with all the manuals and the styro, etc. Let me show you. This is the game. Let's put the box to the side. And inside there's the manual, some extra leaflets, etc. Everything you need to have a complete copy. Has some writing here. That's a little too bad, but still it was a nice complete copy. But that's not the only Game & Watch thing I got in today, but you'll see that in a bit. Then, for my own collection, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. It's one of the last handheld Kirby games I needed. And I think I'm actually going to play this because I really love the Dreamland games. Then for the Super Nintendo, Prince of Persia 2. I had this in my stock, but I figured out I don't have it, so let's keep it. So it's not for sale anymore. Then some Sega games, X-Men for the Mega Drive and Gauntlet 4. Then there's also Eternal Champions for the Mega Drive. Then for the Nintendo Wii, the Monster Hunter Tri Classic Controller Pack, still sealed as you can see up there, and not gonna open that for now. Don't have time to play the game anyway. Then some big box PC games, and these are some special games. First one is Phantasmagoria by Roberta Williams, and this is the Dutch limited edition or deluxe set. This is a, how do you call it, felt or filt little box that opens. At least I think it opens. There you go. And inside is a pack with 7 discs. Big pack. So it's actually just yeah, it's a small box, but with a special special exterior. So then a big box version of Maniac Mansion from LucasArts, and I believe this is the disc version. There you go. It's just the diskette. the manual, and this is probably the old receipt. Let's see what this is. They paid, you can't see that, 50 guilders. That's the old currency from the Netherlands. So that's how old it is. Then Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. This is also, this is the CD version. Then Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which is the diskette version again. And last is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This is also the diskette version. Then the last item I'm keeping myself comes in a nice shipping box. Not sure if you can read it up top, but it says Sega. And when we open it, we find Sonic Generations press/promo kit. Not sure if you can call it a press kit because it doesn't have a game disc, but on eBay it is advertised as a press kit. Didn't buy it from eBay though. So when you open it, we have Sonic DVD, Unstoppable After 20 Years. This is a booklet. I'm not sure what's in here. Some artwork, I think. Yeah. It's the history of Sonic. Really cool. Multi-language. And then this is one of those Viewmasters. Has some 3D pictures of Sonics, and it goes from the old school Sonic to the newest Sonic. And here there's a little pin, 20-year Sonic celebration pin, top left there. So all in all, really nice kit. Love the, it has a nice finish to it, and definitely a nice addition to my collection. So the stuff you're going to see next is all going to be for sale, and this all came in Friday/Saturday. And I'm not even going to show you everything because I also got in a bunch of sports games which I'm not going to show you because they're not worthwhile showing. So first up is one more PC game, the TIE Fighter, Star Wars TIE Fighter. This one is also with the old school diskettes. Not sure if that's the correct English word though. As you can see, here's a bunch of diskettes and booklets, etc. It's complete, great condition, and I'm not sure what this is worth, but I think it's not an easy to find game. Then we have 190 in 1. It's one of those multi cartridges for the NES. 2 N64 games, Diddy Kong Racing and Star Wars Pod Racing, Episode 1 Racer. Mega Drive, Sonic Spinball, Double Dragon 3, Simpsons Bart vs. Space Mutants, Bubsy, Rambo 3, and Streets of Rage 3. More Sega coming in, by the way. This pile has more Sega, but it starts with some NES. This is a 46/64 in 1 with a converter, so that's a Famicom game. Stack up the NES cartridge with the manual, and the manual is hole coated. Told you many times, hole coated is for the Netherlands, and Dutch collectors really love that. Then a complete in-box Mega Man 5, quite nice condition, not super mint, but definitely 8 out of 10. Another copy of Mario Bros. 3. And then some Sega Mega Drive games, Batman, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Chuck Rock 2, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Robocop 3, another Sonic Spinball, Spyro or Robidoux as we call it over here, World of Illusion, Asterix, Smurfs, and another copy of Eternal Champions. Then we go over to the Game & Watch department. I picked up a lot of Game & Watches as a job lot, and these all will be for sale because they're not complete with the boxes, and I only want complete with box copies. So first up is Lifeboat and Rain Shower. I'm going to put these out here so you can have an overview. This is Pinball, Donkey Kong 2, Greenhouse, Gold Cliff, Super Mario Brothers, Save Buster, Mickey and Donald, that is Bomb Sweeper, that is Squish, oh you can't see that one, let's move it up a bit. Then some widescreen games, Octopus, Snoopy Tennis, and Parachute. And last one is Donkey Kong Jr., the panoramic screen version. I actually got a Mario Cement Factory tabletop with this as well, but I've shown you one of those last week already, and still in the shipping container downstairs. So that was a total of 16 Game & Watches I picked up in one go, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's a nice addition to my stock. So then I also bought a big lot of Game Gear stuff. I've already showed you some Game Gear stuff this video, but I got more in. A whole box of cartridges. Another copy of Smurfs Around the World, which is actually a rare game. I found that out this week. Then a whole bunch of cartridges. I'm not sure if I can get enough focus on these. Don't think I can. I'll just name them up. Columns, Mickey, Cast of Illusion, The Little Mermaid, Sonic 2, Monaco Racing, Olympic Gold. Yeah, you'll just have to check my store if you want to see the rest of them, because it's a bit too much work to name them all and you can't see them anyway. But it's about 50 cartridges in total. Then the last thing I wanted to show you that came in today is something I'm happy with, but I already have it. If I didn't have it, this would be definitely one of my best finds of the year. But I already found one this year, and it was my best find of the year. So if you've watched my videos before, you know which angle I'm taking here. And it's a Rob. Rob, the robotic operating buddy for the NES, boxed. And this again is a Dutch version, so a hole coated version. The box is in so condition. It has some denting here, and this is a little weak, and it looks like the paper has taken a few hits here and there, but it's still complete. So it has all 3 side flaps, and it's the hole coated one, as I said, so I can't really complain about this. Got it at a good price, and I'm gonna trade this or sell it to get me some more cool stuff. So that was it for today. Maybe more when I go to the flea markets tomorrow. So it's Sunday now, and it's time to show you the stuff that I got at the flea market. First up, there's the Starwing Xeon Nintendo Game Watch. I used to have one of these as a kid from Tetris, and I used to play that a lot late at night in bed. But this is the Star Fox version, still blister sealed. Didn't get this from the flea market, by the way, but it came in yesterday after I filmed, and it's a nice addition to my collection. Then the stuff that I did get at the flea market: Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the Red Rescue Team, and Pokemon Fire Red, both complete, ending up in my collection because I have neither of them. Band Hero, yeah, comes with a lot of stuff. Picked this up for a couple euros. I think you get massive hand cramps if you play this, but didn't have it, so I'm adding that as well. Then a black Wii Classic controller. Didn't have one of these, so it's nice to play the games that can use these. Then some loose Game Boy games. Another Pokemon. This is the original Red. Focus. There we go. Pokemon, Wario Land 2, and Kirby's Dream Land. And these actually, these are the copies that I used to have as a kid. I found the box yesterday with my old Game Boy games. I don't have the boxes and the manuals anymore, but I did keep the cartridges, and I already have these complete now, so these are extras and can be sold. Then we have Donkey Kong 3. Has some pen on it, but you can wipe that off with Axe deodorant. Check out my video on how to do that. Castlevania, Wipeout 3, and Destruction Derby 2 in 1, and Poi Poi 2. This is an X rental, so it's not an official rental, but an X rental. Then some PC stuff. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, the small box version. This is a big box of FA Premier League Football Manager 99, Arc of Time, and the last PC game is a really cool one. I'm gonna keep this. Alone in the Dark 1, and it's still sealed, as you can see over there. And the seal is actually still in superb condition, and that for a game you find on a flea market. So, quite special. Then I had someone come in today who exchanged some NES games from my stock to Xbox 360 with some games. I'm not going to show you the Xbox, you know what an Xbox looks like, but these are the games that came with it. Dead Space, Dark Sector, Bulletstorm, Rage, Gears of War 2, Halo Reach, Gears of War 1 the limited edition, Dead Space 2, Crysis 2, and Gears of War 3 limited edition. And this is the only one I'm keeping. I already have the rest, or don't need it, or I want the PS3 version. So that was it for this week. Thank you for watching. My first video game review is now online. It's on Girl Zone. It's an obscure PS2 game. Be sure to check that out and give me some feedback, because I'm new to this, so I want to know how I'm doing. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.